All right. So, I'm going to do a spoiler-free review of Mortal Kombat 1's story campaign. I'm not going to. I will eventually do an overall spoiler review, and then I'll do individual chapter reviews. Because it's just fun, you know. I don't mind doing that sort of stuff, and so I'm just gonna. Hopefully, it'll just stay on this screen, and I won't have to move off it or anything like that. So that way, you got something to look at while I prattle on. But this is how good the story is. So I told everyone I was playing it with my son for the first time. We played it from start to finish, right? It must have been at least 4 hours or something crazy like that. It was a long time. And it got to a point where we had an achievement pop up and it said 50% of story done. And up to that point, it felt like it was like forever, right? And we were just like, yes. We were so stoked, right? Because the story's amazing, right? Every leak that has come out, ones that I've covered on this channel, which I'm not going to bring up because, again, I don't want to spoil it in this video. I'm sure you can go back and find those leaks, or if you come across them yourself. I think it's 99.9% true. All of it, right? There's some massive massive nods to what a lot of us thought would be essentially an end boss. The end boss is absolute complete shock in terms of like not who you fight, but who shows up. At sort of like you got the credits roll and then it will show. So when you finish the story, just let the credits roll and then it'll show up, right? You'll see what I'm talking about. I'm not going to say who. I'm not going to say what it is or anything like that. Very interesting. Very, very interesting twist with that regard. Plus, you know, it's a character I love anyway, so that's not a big deal for me. So I want more. I want more. I haven't been this invested in an MK story since MK9, and that's 13 years ago, almost 14 years ago, right? It was amazing. Absolutely amazing. Now, I'm not expecting like Hollywood style acting or anything like that, but I tell you what, the characters that were involved, the motivations, their interests, their implications, everything. Some of them kept you guessing about their allegiances, which is exactly what I was hoping for. I want my game in Mortal Kombat, you know, to get away from this superhero-esque type crap, more grounded, very nuanced, heartbreaking. You know, you feel for characters, you hate the way that certain characters may or may not go, and you just kind of want to reach into the screen and go, stop it. This is going to be bad for you. We know what happens because we played the previous games, right? That's what I wanted, and I got it. I think, I don't want to speak for my son, but I'm pretty sure we both sort of, when we got to the end of it, are just like, yep, we want more. We want to, I don't care, man, if you bring out 5, 10,000 expansion story packs. I want more. 1,000%. This is one of the most engaging and really well done for me personally. Like, obviously, I've had people come on the channel. They've come on and they said, no, this is crap and blah, blah, blah. And hey, like, that's cool. I'd love to hear from you guys why you think that. If you guys are watching this video, please don't spoil it for people. That's why I'm doing this video. So that way I'm just giving my opinion. Because as you know, as people that follow the channel, I love Mortal Kombat, but I'm not all into the combo side of it. You know, every other Mortal Kombat channel out there is all about, you know, oh, combos, because that's what everyone thinks matters. It's not. I care about the story. I care about the design. I care about the special moves. I care about the stages. I care about the music. I care about even the menu layouts and stuff like that. And all of that sort of stuff I'm going to cover. And so for this video, just amazing. Like the story had us hooked, right? So like I was getting nervous because like we've all seen the 17 minutes footage that got released, and we were getting up to that point, you know, where you defeat that. I think it was Subby, right? And then we'd never seen past that, right? And then you see past that, and it's like, oh, that's so cool, you know, and stuff like that. It was pretty amazing. It was pretty amazing. It's a gigantic story. I thought it was really well done. But yeah, like I said, a lot of the leaks that I've covered, things that have come out in terms of like story direction and things like that, yeah, they're pretty much 99% accurate. So like I said, you can go find them yourselves. I don't want to spoil it for anyone that's coming in new on this video. But suffice to say that I actually wasn't disappointed, and it was really cool. But it also 100% leaves it open. 100% leaves it open to you know, like further story expansions. Now, obviously, some of the endings for characters sort of show their own personal direction. Maybe some of the canon, maybe they're not. So if you play through the towers, you'll get their endings. It was apparently advised that we play through the story first and then tower endings. So it's up to you what you want to do. But either way, like there's an overall story here that is absolutely going to be expanded upon simply because of the very nature of how the game ends. Like 100%, like, you know, and that could still lean into theories and stuff that I've had. Some of my theories were wrong, which was very interesting because even in the story, it was pushing hard on some of my theories, going, yeah, man, yep, this is going, no, okay, all right, you know. So that was really interesting, and it's sort of, yeah, man, like, it's sort of, oh God, it was very satisfying. And there was this one moment for my son in particular, which even on the character select screen right now, I can't even spoil it, even though I'm looking directly at the character, but like there's this one scene and then something happens and my son's just like, oh my God, they did it. Yes. You know, and he was so stoked. And I can't talk about it because it's a spoiler, but it's wonderful. It's really wonderful, actually. So, I want to play it again. That's how good it was. Like, I want to play it again. Massive amount of chapters. You know, obviously when you go into story settings, this isn't a spoiler, but there are some test your might moments, not many, which is good. Certainly no quick time events like they've had in previous MK games. So, like in their storyline, which was crap. So, it was very good. Very, very, very well done. Very intricately woven. You felt for all the characters. I'm just looking all through the entire roster here. Pretty much 99% of these characters, maybe 98% of these characters, had incredible sort of like, you know, really well done exposition and detail and just whatnot. You know, sort of like in-depth analysis, but portrayal of the character in the story. There was a little bit of the message in terms of like a certain relationship, which I'm sure everyone can sort of like go on about. But, you know, like that's the whole ESG thing kicking in. And it wasn't anything really, like it wasn't a big deal. But it's just like, yeah, man, it's like, is it really necessary? You know what I mean? Right? I don't care for that in my fighting game. I'm here for the fights. So, but yeah, it was very, very well done. Massive twists. Like really massive twists. When I did my, I won't even do that, but there was some extraordinarily cool stuff that happened that, you know, really sort of opens up the possibility of certain characters going one way or another, like in their portrayal moving forward, good or bad. So that's pretty good too. But otherwise, I was just enthralled. Like, we played it non-stop, start to finish, and I'm pretty sure on YouTube where they've uploaded, where they've uploaded all the story in one hit, that it's, I think it goes over 4 hours. It's massive. Obviously there'll be fights in there, or maybe there isn't actually. Maybe they've cut the actual fights themselves out. But ultimately, it's a massive amount of time, huge amount of time for this story campaign, and I just want more. I 1,000% want more, right? Like, it is just, it's, yeah, and that twist, man, like, so, yeah, and with any luck, this is a cool thing too, with any luck, story expansions will also delve into possibly other places I'd love to see, and whatnot. So, because there is reference at one point, there is reference at some point to a character saying they were from somewhere that we're very familiar with, and it's the first time and only time I have heard it in this game, or any reference anywhere. So that really, and then it sort of reconfirms that it's also connected. So that was pretty awesome too. But I could not stand the MK10 story. I thought it was ridiculous. I couldn't stand the MK11 story because that was just like ridiculous and then, flushed down the toilet of stupidity. And this story, grounded, Mortal Kombat, mystic type of feeling to it, just really well done. Almost had Kung Fu styled humor in it as well. There was a little bit of that creeped in a bit. And I felt that every character, like that, sort of mainstay, there was obviously some side characters that didn't get as much limelight, but then that can be expanded upon further. But yeah, and that ending, wow. That was pretty full on, actually. Yeah, that was pretty full on, and I was very surprised at certain characters showing up, which I thought would not show up at all. So it's definitely not over, which is, for anyone that's a fan of the story, that's very exciting. If you're not a fan, let me know, but try not to spoil it if you can. I will do a spoilers review as well at some point. I haven't even, as far as the game goes, I've mostly just been playing some towers and some online, and I haven't even sort of gotten into in the invasion. I haven't even loaded up invasions yet, right? I'm just taking my time with everything, just really soaking it in. So, but anyway, guys, I'll leave it there. Let me know what you think of the story. Again, if you wouldn't mind, please don't post any spoilers for those that don't know, but just want to have an idea of how exciting or good it is. Now, obviously, just to finalize, story is subjective, right? So me saying it's great doesn't mean to say it's going to be great for you. But what I'm saying is very critical of MK's story in the previous 2 games. I am 100%, 1,000% on board with what they've done in this game. It is, for me anyway, personally, beyond incredible, and I cannot wait to see more story to further develop the massive threads that they've just left swinging in the breeze out there. For us, for us to finally reach and find out what's at the end of them. So, but anyway, guys, I'll leave it there. Let me know what you think. Catch you next time.